Hey there, posture guys and gals, and welcome to the final installment of the three-part pain post question series. Try to say that 3 times fast. I did. You should see the outtakes. But anyways, if you haven't seen the other 2 parts, I highly recommend you go check them out now, and then maybe come back to this one, because everything kind of goes together. All right, and these posts started about 2 weeks ago. I'll link part 1 and 2 below this video, so you can click on them and check those out. But just a quick overview. The first question, and these are questions that I often get asked, and I think they kind of go together, so that's why I wanted to address them in a 3-part series. So question number 1 is, what could possibly cause your pain, right? Now obviously, you know, if you're here in this website, you're interested in your posture, your structure, so that's part of it, but what is either helping or hindering your posture? You know, we went over things like your breathing, hydration, sleep, nutrition, stress response, movement throughout the day, the shoes you wear, all that kind of stuff. So definitely go check out part 1. Now part 2, the kind of the next follow-up question, or more frequently asked question I get, would be, you know, why does it seem, or did your pain really come out of nowhere? Because sometimes people feel that way, and you know, basically we went over certain signs, signals, and warnings that your body has been giving you for most likely weeks, months, and possibly even years that something was wrong, but because you didn't know what to look for, to pay attention to, you didn't really see this coming. So, you know, as you know, at the end of every video, there's a place to sign up to download some video tutorials to treat some of the more common chronic pain symptoms like back, hip, knee, shoulder. Same thing, there'll be one at the end of this video. But that video, part 2, really will help you identify those signs, signals, and warnings so you can keep a lookout in the future, you know, so that you kind of nip it in the butt, so to speak, so that it doesn't turn anything big. All right, so that's part 1 and part 2. Part 3 today, we're going to be going over, maybe you've been doing exercises, whether it be mine or someone else's, maybe you've made some lifestyle change, and you find that your symptoms kind of come and go. It seems kind of random. All right, so we're going to see, you know, is the reason really that random? Trying to hone in on what exactly it is, because a lot of people go, well, you know, it kind of seems, yeah, like my symptoms just, they're there sometimes and they're not. And, you know, what I found is that there's always a reason. But, there's the big but here, is a lot of us aren't as honest with ourselves as we like to think we are, right? I always tell people, you know, they may do an air bench or a squat or a bench press or push-ups or a plank or something, go, wow, that was really hard. I said, all that is easy compared to self-reflection. And I actually did a whole post on self-reflection, which I'll link to below, because I think it's really important. It's basically looking at, you know, going back to part 1 and looking at, you know, have you truly optimized each of those foundations of health? You know, how is your breathing? And if your pain has gotten better or worse, you know, has it improved? Have you optimized your breathing? Have you optimized your hydration, your sleep? Not just how much you sleep, but the quality of your sleep and what position you sleep in. Your nutrition, your mental and physical response to stress, your movement throughout the day, and then finally your exercises. And maybe, just maybe, because I see this very commonly, you're taking a single factor focused line of thinking. Maybe you're really doing well in the exercises, but you're kind of slacking in one or more of those other areas. And again, if you're really honest with yourself, you go, yeah, you know what, I could do better. And maybe that's why, you know, I don't feel good this day or this week compared to yesterday or last week, you know. And, you know, everybody's guilty of it, myself included, you know. I know something that I struggle with from time to time is getting enough sleep. Thank goodness I get quality sleep and I sleep in the right position, so that kind of helps save me. But still, I know I can benefit from more sleep. And so when there's times I don't feel 100%, you know, I look at myself in the mirror and go, all right, Justin, like, honestly, be honest with yourself, how good have you been lately about getting to sleep, you know, before midnight, you know, and getting at least 7 to 8 hours? And then sometimes I'm like, yeah, probably not as good as I should be. And so I look to improve on that. You know, maybe a simple way of doing that is setting an alarm to go to bed rather than to wake up. I mean, you can have one to wake up as well, but set an alarm and go, okay, by 11 p.m., I have to physically be in bed. Maybe you don't have to go to sleep, but you better be in bed or you're not getting out of the bed for the remainder of the extra 1 hour left in that day, you know? Or there's times where I notice, again, I don't feel quite 100%, and notice I've still been drinking a good amount of water, but not half my body weight in ounces of water, So those are things to look at. And I don't want you to feel guilty. I just want, guilty for not doing something, but I want you to be honest with yourself. So definitely check out the video I did on self-reflection, unless you've already seen that one before. But it's really, really good. And again, it's one of the hardest things for people to do. A lot of people want to blame external things, whether it be the exercises, a new pill or something your doctor puts you on. And I'm not saying it can't be, but we want to look to blame others or blame maybe an external device or again some drug or something like that. And it's like we got to really look inwards and go, okay, what have we done for better or for worse to help or hinder our situation? Okay. And to help you along with that, right, to track and measure and test, because if you haven't seen some of the videos I put out recently, if you haven't, I'll put them down below too. But I say what gets measured gets managed and improves. And you can always do the old school, pen and paper and stuff like that. That's great. But there's a lot of great tech now that will help you with that. That has helped me tremendously, and some of my other clients. Really just turn your life around in those various aspects: breathing, hydration, sleep, et cetera, et cetera. So I'm actually right now working on a list of apps and other tech devices that really help you test and measure and track each of those variables in your life. And I'm going to be featuring them on the upcoming live event. All right. Now, if you don't know about the live event, I'm really, really trying hard right now not to say anything. I'm going to make a video tomorrow, which should be in your inbox Saturday morning, this coming Saturday morning, about it. I can tell you it'll be April, whatever the last Saturday is of April. I can't think of the date right now, but it'll be the last Saturday of April at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. And in the other video, I'll tell you, everything that we're going to be covering. But it's going to be really fun, really exciting. There's going to be a chance for someone, one lucky viewer, to win a complimentary Skype session. That's a $250 value. Also, everybody who attends is going to get that list of apps and tech you can use to track and measure. So that way, like I said, it's a little bit easier to be honest with yourself. Because you may lie to yourself and go, yeah, I've been eating better, but better is relative, right? And I mean, this is, I know, kind of an extreme, but maybe you were, I've been eating more, better quality protein. Well, maybe you were having snake venom, for protein, and now you're having, soy protein. Most people, are sensitive to soy protein. Definitely more people are sensitive to snake protein, I'll give you that. But, relatively, you did better. But are you optimal in that area of nutrition? So these are things that will help you identify and measure and track. So that way you can actually look and go, yeah, I've been really consistent on that, and my hydration hasn't been so good over the last 3-4 days. I need to improve on that. Okay? And a lot of them are free. A couple of them cost a few bucks, but I mean less than you would spend on lunch. So, it's really no biggie. Great investment in your health. So again, I'm going to stop here, or else I'll just keep going into that. But I'll tell you more, and look for that email coming this Saturday in your inbox. And then, like I said, the live event will be happening last Saturday of this month, 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Okay? So definitely go check out part 1 and 2 if you haven't seen of this 3-part series. Definitely check out the self-reflection video. Take a look at some of the videos, little short 30-second videos. I was going to say, if you got the time. Of course you got the time. It's 30 seconds, right? You can do anything for 30 seconds. And I look forward to seeing you inside the next video, which will actually be the third one this week. It's kind of odd. Anyways, thanks for joining me today, guys, and I look forward to seeing you inside the next video. Until then, take care and keep moving.